It may get bigger, it may get a little bigger, it may not get bigger at all. We'll see what happens. But regardless of what happens, we're totally prepared.
Did you know that Marvel Comics once had a hilarious and irreverent series that parodied superhero characters? Pitched to Stan Lee by Roy Thomas and Gary Friedrich, it was called Not Brand X, and it ran in the late 1960s. Welcome to Comic Book Storytime.
All right. Well,
This is your man.
Yes,
Look at the screen.
that's mine. And,
And, that,
I'm
and
gonna
that's
stick
and that's
beside him.
and that's what you're going to settle for.
I'm gonna stick beside him.
What happened to you? I mean, what happened to this being our time?
No way, Alan. I'm out. I'm done.
Get in the car.
Come on, Alan. We both know it's wooden.
Apartment pop.
Butts.
What up? What up? What up, y'all? It is Tuesday once again. These Tuesdays keep on coming, and it is time for another FOC and chill, or as many like to say, fuck and chill. Not a lot going on this week for me. I do have plans on bringing back a video that I used to do that I stopped doing, but I've got plans of bringing it back with a slight little twist. Instead of doing the top 10 comic books for the coming new comic book day, I'm actually going to do the top 10 comic books for FOC. And I'm going to do it in the same way with the music and the showing the artists and the writers and trying to give you what they look like and kind of showcase them. But I'm debating whether or not I want to do final order cutoff top 10 comics overall, or if I want to do final order cutoff top 10 covers for the FOC. So hit me up if you got an opinion about that. I'd love to know what you think. Should I do top 10 covers or top 10 books overall, or should I do top 10 covers for FOC? I'm debating that, but I'm going to rebuild the whole thing. I'm going to do it in a new way, hopefully a little more interesting, and hopefully the music will still be banging like it used to be. But that is what I have going on. It is again the same format as always. If the chat dies down and nobody has anything they want to talk about, or if nobody's jumping on, we will move right to the FOC list on Previews World, and we'll go through what's coming up here for May. What is it? God, I don't even know where we are now. I mean, FOC May 15th. So it'll be due for the next coming Monday. I think these books are in mid to late June at this point in time. So that's how far ahead we're going. But link is in the chat if anybody wants to jump in. Let me see what we got going on in the chat here. We got 80s guy. Good luck with the show tonight. We'll be asleep. Hey, man, I'm not mad at you. I would typically be asleep at this time, but I make myself stay awake so I can hang out with y'all because it's worth it. So I ain't mad at you. Thanks for coming through and commenting, 80s guy. John Stout, that's my guy. What's up, my dude? Thanks for coming through. And then we got Dr. Von Hoot, Mr. DVH, ready to get fucked up. Thanks for coming through, my guy. Appreciate you as always. We got Shop, creator of the Shopverse. Definitely check out him on Instagram. Same name, Shop for Comics. But it's popping on Instagram. If you're not on there in the comic book community, definitely check it out. Whether you're part of the real comic book community or not, there's space for you. There's a safe space for you on Instagram. So come find us over there for sure. What else we got going on? Thank you. You know, I'm trying, bringing it. All right, so link is in the chat right there. If anybody, oh look, there's Naman. What's up, Naman? Good to see you, my dude. Thanks for coming through. Hey, no problem, man. Thanks for coming through anyway. I appreciate you, Durs. And I get it. Like I said, man, this is usually past my bedtime. And I was thinking about phoning it in, and it's looking like the chat's trying to phone it in tonight too. So we might have a short one. But they can't all be on fire, right? I wouldn't mind going to bed, every night. It's a battle, when I put my kids to bed. They always say, sleep with me. And, it's a battle, man. I could lay down and go to sleep right now, I'm not against that. That does sound kind of nice. But we got things to do. We got to go FOC and chill. So here we are, ready to do that. I think somebody mentioned the Spider-Man book. I did not get a copy. I had to go to a wedding, a lovely wedding in Missouri for the in-laws. Oh, look at that. Uh-oh. We might have extended the life of the stream tonight. We've got Stream Horror Namen jumping on.
Stream Horror.
What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for jumping
Hey,
in. How you doing, man?
I come to do some little plugging, so.
Oh, okay. Well, plug away. Actually, let me do this thing. Let me talk to John Stout here. He's asking if I got the Spider-Man book. Apparently, it's not a free comic book day book. Apparently, it's something else. I was learning because I made a meme about that book today, and somebody informed me that it was something different from a free comic book day book. But I had to go to Missouri for a wedding for the in-laws, so I wasn't able to participate in free comic book day. But honestly, I have a short box of free comic book day books, and honestly, I don't care about a single one of them. So I'm not sure if I'm really worried about getting out and getting those books as much as I was. But what's up? What do you got plugging?
I was going to actually show some free comic book days and then plug.
Let's do the plug first. I'm interested in what you're plugging.
Okay. Well, it's a part of the free comic book day. Let's see.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let's get through this chat here, and then we'll do your little look at me session here. I just pre-ordered a book from Ultimate Comics through their eBay page and snagged a dope. Oh, nice. Arthur Adams. It's one of them classic guys.
I just do the plug.
No, you can do it all. Hold on. Can you be patient here? I'm almost through it.
I'm just talking to myself. I'm sorry.
Calm down. Calm down. We got Phil in the house.
Hey,
What
Phil.
up, Phil? Good to see you,
Phil,
my
the
guy.
House, man.
That is the dude. Check out his channel. It's coming soon. Oh yeah, man, for sure. It's I'll do these things as long as they're fun. That's what the FOC is for. It's like, all right, if it ain't popping tonight, we'll just get to the boring books that no one cares about. Okay. All right. We're through the chat. I want to talk about what you want to talk about, Namen. What's up? What do you got going?
Oh, well, I mean, I missed out the free comic book day. So I went today to see if they got any leftovers.
Why'd you miss?
Why did I miss? Oh, I was invited to Cover Slinger the last minute, and I was doing. I mean, I was already having to catch up with the work. So I said, you know what, if I'm doing Cover Slinger, I cannot go to a comic book store.
So what you're telling me is that your YouTube whoring overtook your comic book whoring.
Yeah.
I couldn't go because of a wedding, but it's not that big of a deal. I mean, do you have any free comic book day book that you value and you're glad you have it?
No, actually.
Yeah.
No, I do have a little box where I collect just the free comic book day.
Yeah, I have a whole box of them, and I'm, when my kids get a little older, I'm probably going to give them the whole thing, and they probably won't care either.
But when I went there today, there was a whole bunch leftovers, even from last year.
Yeah, I'm sure my shop still has some too. I'm sure they do.
So I picked up one of these.
That looks dope. Who's the artist? Looks Jim Lee-ish.
I don't know who's the artist, but artist inside is cool, but it sort of take on some kind of dream sequence of a Robin. Dark.
Is there any hot book? Any first? I was gonna say Jason Fabok, man. That was gonna be the next name I said because he gives me Jim Lee vibes all the time.
This one,
I'm not surprised.
Interesting right here. I don't like the drawing of the birds, but very interesting. Hey, Trev.
What up to Trev, by the way? That's my guy. Go Chiefs.
Internal art is just pretty doggone cool.
Uh-oh, Bleeker got the Rick and Morty. I need to get up on Rick and Morty. It sounds like exactly my kind of humor. Exactly.
I
kind of
didn't get
thing
the Rick and Morty. They didn't have Rick and Morty.
I need to watch the cartoon, man. I need to get up on it. That looks dope. Is there a Spider-Man Venom? There's a Spider-Man Venom one every
There
year.
seems to be a Spider-Man Venom book every freaking comic book page.
That's a nice cover, though. I like it.
Yeah. This is pretty good. I actually enjoyed it. Cluck and Lex.
Okay. DC
Actually,
book.
they have a alternate father for Clark. Some black dude.
Oh no, not that.
Yeah. That was pretty. I think it was interesting. Then Uncanny Avengers.
I guess I haven't seen any of these books. I like some of these covers, man.
I don't know what this is. It was
Something
pretty.
Something for the kids.
Usagi, Yojimbo. I was curious why this is so popular, but
yeah, me too, actually.
I don't know why it's so popular. I mean, it's too, I don't know, too childish for me, but what wise?
Nothing's too childish for me.
Oh, I think this is from last year, but I'm glad I got it. I like the story.
And that's Tom Taylor,
going back to Peter Pan's world, you know.
Yeah, I have that one from last year. Tom Taylor's my guy.
Tom Taylor guy. This reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh art. I don't know if you're familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh.
Isn't that like a anime or card game or something?
Yeah, card game, Yu-Gi-Oh card game. And it reads from the left to right, and its internal art is black and white like manga. So it's pretty cool. But anyway, this is a book that I wanted to talk about.
No, yeah, man. Anytime, Vog, Vogs. If you're into comics, man, we're all part of the same tribe. So you're welcome, man. Link is in the chat. I mean, just don't come on here don't show your cock or anything like that.
Yeah,
don't be weird. Naman did that. Naman did that once. It was super awkward.
Don't follow circumstance example and become nude, okay? Because circumstance has a nice spot, but then the other guy who doesn't have. No, I'm just kidding.
Dad Bod Revolution will be televised.
These couple right here, Sarah Kwan and Ariel Jovolanos, they be on my live stream coming Thursday.
Okay. Oh, nice. Everybody check it out then.
Yeah, so coming Thursday, and it's a new take on Lois Lane. We're celebrating basically Asian American Pacific Islanders Heritage Month in May.
Oh, they done went and made her. They made Lois Lane Asian. Oh, they gone woke. Oh no.
They made her half Asian, half American.
Oh, they've gone woke, bro. Say it ain't so.
Hey,
what's up, Comic Journey? No, you can't have
your low plane, huh? It's not your low plane. Now you're gonna boycott.
No, dude. No, it's over. We're screwed, dude. The pitchforks will be coming. Good luck with that. I am not with the wokeness, guys. I am for complete status quo at all times.
Circumstances, kidding, right? You better be.
No, I don't want any fights. I'm passing on the culture war. I'm out. I'm done.
But it's a couple young ladies that are artists and writer. I think they are both Asian descent, and so they're coming over to discuss how they, come up with this concept about Lois Lane being half Asian, half American. It's I read the book, and this is right before she meets the Superman. I mean,
so she's her own gal.
Yeah, she's her own gal.
That sounds dope, man. When is that again?
This Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. So
nice.
Yeah,
1 p.m. So noon my time. I'll have to. Oh man, you're on the same time as Two Nerd Dads. You guys are always doing it at the same time. All right, I'll take a lunch and watch you both.
two
I'm ready.
newsletters on the same time. Well, this is a special occasion. I don't do it every Thursdays. I'm just trying to fit their schedule because that's when they're.
Oh yeah, you gotta get in where you fit in, man, for sure. Don't worry about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So anyway, I thought it was interesting that people who have made a comic book for DC is willing to come to my channel and talk about it. So I thought it was dope. So
No, look at Bleeker hating. Look at that hater. Well, that's cool, man. I will be there. I'll be there to check it out. What else is going on? What else is going on this week? Oh, I saw somebody hit me up and messaged me that Decor was on the hate train again. Call sign Decor.
what's
And
the hate train? What is hate train about?
apparently he's mad about Illuminati, the artist. I think it's Javon Jordan, isn't it?
They make me smaller now.
Okay, calm down, calm down. But he's mad about Illuminati, I guess.
What's it? Isn't that some kind of
An artist. I didn't care enough to read anything.
Oh,
But
okay.
I went and posted hashtag stop the hate, because it's funny to me. This dude was all about stop the hate, and now here we are, and he's over here apparently making multiple posts about one particular artist. And it's like, bro, why do you whatever. It's just ridiculous, man. Let's see. Do I know Spine Kicks? Yes, I know Spine Kicks. Sith Lordly is a dope cat. One of the incognito members of this community. He kind of went incognito. But yeah, I definitely know Spine Ticks. Spine Ticks is a pillar of this community. It is its own moon, orbiting, doing its own thing, man, for sure. And I missed the marathon streams. Those were good times, man. Cheetah Cam night was a good night. So I definitely know I'm down with the Spine Ticks, dog. Everybody knows Spine Ticks, dog. You may not be down with them. You may not be in the circle, but you know them. But you know what's up.
Yeah, when the Spine Tick goes on, you don't get on. You don't do live stream while he's doing live stream.
And that's the thing, DVH. That's the thing, DVH, is like everybody. I shouldn't say everybody, but the problem that I have with if I were to enter into this battle, the only thing I would enter in and say is, like, if you're mad about a book that has a half Asian Lois Lane, like, you don't have to get that book. Like, it's okay if things exist that aren't for you. It's okay.
Right. I mean, it's like let people write whatever they want. I mean,
Everything ain't gotta be for you. And that goes for YouTube entities as well. You get a sense, like, a lot of people feel like, with Comic Tom specifically, it's like Comic Tom should be this way and he should be that way and he should do things this way. And it was like, none of you motherfuckers have 50,000 followers. None of you motherfuckers have achieved any of the shit that he's achieved. So shut the fuck up. Like, if you don't like it, don't watch it. And that's it. Like, I don't know why you would think that he would be interested in what you think he should be or what you think he should do. Because I'm imagining if I were him, I couldn't. I'm me and I don't give a shit. So I can't imagine being him or any of these people. I just, like, if you're a hater, all you're doing is giving them engagement, giving them clicks, giving them attention. And the attention is really becoming our currency these days, is attention. And it makes me think of a great Black Mirror episode where, God, what was that episode where, like, they watched advertisements for, like, money, and then they would ride on a bike. I need to watch that one again because I think that motherfucker was prophetic. I think we're moving into a future where our attention, our ability to offer our eyeballs and be sold current things to, is going to be one of the things that we offer as the AI begins to take over many of our jobs, including mine, probably. Oh, we got Poke and Joe in here.
Hey, Poke and Joe.
What's up, my guy? Let's put the link in here.
Is CJ going to have a midnight thing tonight?
He usually does, doesn't he?
insomnia. He's just random. He's random. Random. He's just random. We don't know if he's gonna have it or not.
That's part of the fun, though. You know, you never know. You never know if he's going to come on your stream and start streaming the latest episode of The Boys in an effort to sabotage you. You never know if he's going to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like Comic Tom too. You know, honestly, I don't necessarily watch a lot of his content anymore. I do think
I
that
think he's very entertaining. I don't know what's wrong with him. I mean,
there's nothing wrong with him, but I will tell you that he is a liaison, an ambassador for comic books, especially for people who are newer to books, a way for people to get in, kind of learn the culture, learn about some of the things that are going on. And sometimes those people coming in, they get excited and they go overboard and they listen to what he says, and maybe they go buy too many of something because they saw it on his channel. But that's all part of the comic book collecting process. I feel like I definitely went through it myself, going through and getting excited and overbuying shit. I think it's just part of, you know, the collector's evolution, I feel like. But I don't, but because I think, you know, once you get at least me personally, my experience getting a few years under my belt, and I'm not really interested in the top tens anymore. You know, I'm not interested. I like it when he goes on and he does interviews, though. I find it super interesting when people get a chance to pick his brain, because he has he sits on a certain type of perch in this industry, and has a certain view of it. And I'm fascinated by it in the same way that I'd be fascinated by anybody with a, you know, special perspective in this, like Todd McFarlane behind the scenes, his knowledge just from being behind the scenes and knowing things. That shit's fascinating to me. You can't, I mean, that shit is priceless, that sort of experience and understanding and knowledge. So I really appreciate that whenever I see him going on and being interviewed. But in terms of his, you know, top tens and all that, I'm not really interested in it. But I do appreciate, and I like Tom and I support Tom because, again, I think he's a great ambassador for comics and one of the ships that could potentially lead this culture, this comic book culture, into the future. And there's multiple ships that can do it that are going to cater to different people, but I am all for all of those ships pushing us into the future and making sure that there's a place for this thing as we get into the digital age.
Sure.
That was I talked for a long ass time right there. I can fucking talk. I get it from my dad, man. I swear.
I mean, I find them very entertaining. So I don't know. Well, people got burned by buying his recommended books. Is that why there's a problem?
I don't fully understand the people that have a problem with him. I know a lot of it is people just they're mad at influence at all. Like, so if I get to a point where I have a bunch of people following me and I can go on my channel, I can say, hey, I'm really excited about this book. And because I said I'm really excited about this book, a bunch of people go buy the book because, you know, they listen to what I say. That seems to anger people, you know. They get angry that people have the ability to build up this following and get people to follow them. Whereas I'm like, bravo, dude. You know, I'm not hating, I'm congratulating. And it doesn't have to be for me. You know, there's a ton, like Jim Mint is a channel I don't really pay too much attention to because I don't give a shit about statues, nor could I afford to give a shit about statues. But I support, you know, I support Jim Mint and his
I mean, I don't mind seeing his room tours and stuff because
yeah, oh, he's got dope shit. But I support his platform.
He has.
He's a very large platform, and he acts as another comic book ambassador that's bringing in new people into this culture, and that's not a bad thing. And I think, you know, a lot of those people like me are going to maybe age out or evolve out of some of those things that brought them in, but there's still value in those things that brought them in. So I'm for it. I'm all for it, man. Black Mirror is jacked up, man. That episode, because he's in love with this girl and then she ends up getting just, oh yeah, that one tore me up.
How many seasons Black Mirror has been? I only watched the first 2 seasons, I think.
It's been around for a while, so I don't know how many seasons, but it's got to be quite a few.
Yeah. Because ever since I started doing YouTube and watching YouTube channels,
no,
TVs.
Trev is trying to get me going on the Expanse, man. Yeah, I tell you, it was a bummer And you hate the reason why, the Me Too reason why. You hate that he got caught up in that, and who knows what the truth is. It does suck that we lost that character, but I thought the way that they did it was powerful, and it sets a tone for the show going forward, to where you're on, that nobody's safe, and that just changes things to you when you know no one's safe. And that kind of leads me into Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Have you seen it yet, Naman?
No, don't spoil it.
All right. I've been thinking about, like, I know Beckerman was talking to me about it, and he really enjoyed it, and I didn't hate it, and there were points that were okay, but I would tell you that through most of it I was ready for it to be over, and most of it I didn't care about anything happening. I wasn't worried, I wasn't curious. And I've been thinking a lot about why that is. Like, why did I not really care for this movie? Why did it not work for me? And I'm not quite fully sure, but I think part of it is it didn't have moments like Alex where I was on the edge of my seat really caring about what was happening on the screen. Whereas in The Expanse, when Alex dies and then going forward, everything is just on edge because a motherfucker might die on you, man. It's a different beast. And I never approached anything remotely like that in that Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So I don't know. I'm gonna watch it again when it comes out. I think part of the problem was that I didn't get to go. Usually I get to go with the homies, but it got all split up this weekend and we didn't get to go together. And then I had to go to a wedding, so I ended up going by myself. And I was rushing, fitting it in between kids' duties, things I have to do. And I think like that setup might have also affected my ability to enjoy it. So I don't know.
But did you watch the Shazam?
Yeah, that was I watched that movie with Pocan Joe and Flo and a bunch of cats at Planet Comic-Con. Yeah, that was a terrible movie, but I liked it still. Because I liked the first movie, and it was kind of terrible in the same way that the first movie was terrible. But it was terrible in a fun, family-friendly kind of way. And I really liked the actor who plays Shazam. I really like that dude.
Yeah, I like him too. I like him too. I got interrupted watching it because there's people making noise in the theater. But
oh my dude. And I think that's another thing that people hate about Comic Tom is he does motherfucking grind, y'all. He is out here grinding. He's got a little baby. I mean, he's got a little baby empire in this game for sure. Hey, could you pound that on the mic? That sounds wonderful in my ear. That's awesome. There we go. Oh yeah.
Do I have your attention?
Thank you. That's good. That's good YouTube right there.
So I hear you guys were talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, and I didn't watch it.
No spoilers yet.
Well, I didn't watch it, so I can't tell you firsthand spoilers. But I had somebody spoil it for me, so I could tell you what they spoiled for me, if that helps you.
Don't spoil anything. Come on, CJ. Don't do it. Don't troll. I know you want to.
You know you want it.
No, I don't want it.
Bleeker, and that's a complaint that one of my good friends, I won't say who, but that's the main complaint that one of my good friends will have about Comic Tom is that's all he cares about is selling his comic. And I think that is just a projection. I think that you and him are both putting on to Tom. You're deciding that because he sells comics, that's all that he's about. And I don't think that's necessarily fair.
I mean, I don't know.
Let me throw my 2 cents in this Comic Tom thing because I think I'm pretty freaking neutral on the way I feel about the guy. The guy sells comic books. He never said anything other than that. He comes from a comic book family where his father was a comic book dealer. So it's in his blood to sell comic books. He's not apologetic about it.
Hey, K-pop.
He is not in any way giving you the impression that that's not what he does. He does enjoy what he does for a living, and he adds that into his videos. But don't think anything differently other than the fact that the YouTube platform, the IG platform, all the social media stuff it's just a tool to help promote us. And there's nothing wrong with that. No, there's nothing wrong with that. From the day one when he started making content, he was selling his mystery boxes. There's nothing wrong with that. So like, if people get upset about him being a seller and making it all about his sales on his channel, then don't watch it, because he's using that as a vehicle to help promote his business. And you know what? It's a smart thing to do. That's all I'm saying.
It's business 101 these days, actually, really. If you're running a business, it should be integrated into Instagram and into YouTube and into Facebook. It should be integrated into the things that your market is a part of, so that you can reach your market, because that's what these things are. They're tools for these businesses to reach their market. And being angry about that process, and being angry that, like, it would make sense to me if Comic Tom, like I've said before, if Comic Tom had some kind of fluke, then when he played it, it forced people to buy the comics that he wanted them to buy, or it forced people to buy his mystery mailbox, then it would make perfect sense to me.
You put some subliminal messages.
Yeah, the way that people feel would make perfect sense to me, and I'd be like, yeah, dude, get that guy. He shouldn't do that. But grown ass motherfucking people of free will are choosing to give him their money for the services and the items that he's offering. I don't understand why you would spend any time being upset about that. I'm not saying that you are Bleecker, not speaking to Bleecker specifically, just everybody who hates Comic Tom. It doesn't make sense to me. And I've been trying hard, and it just don't make sense.
See, Bleak is a perfect example of a guy that's trying to make a living out of selling comics, and it's his hobby as well. He's got a flea market thing that he does every weekend. If you guys don't watch his channel, you should. And go check it out on Sundays, because he actually does live streaming from the flea market. It's actually the real comic book men. You ever see that show, the comic book men, where they're like pretending that they're doing sales in a comic shop, and it's all like scripted? This is actually not scripted. He's actually sitting there, and random people are coming in and selling him stuff, buying stuff from him. He's having chats on there. And I tell him all the time, use this vehicle. Use YouTube, use IG, use all this to help promote your business.
Become the bad guy.
Why are you the freaking bad guy? If you decide that you want to sell your comics, you have to buy comic from somebody. Is the LCS a bad guy?
There's a part of this culture that feels that way.
Because they're assholes. That's why.
I don't know that they're assholes. I just think that, to each their own.
Give me the logic.
We're all doing this comic book thing the way we want to do it, and those people.
Yeah, but explain to me the logic of having hate for somebody that decides they want to open up a comic shop, or they want to sell comics, or whatever the case is.
Or they're pushing this comic book culture out to the masses in ways that other people have not been able to. Certainly none of us have been able to reach 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 followers. So, like, to be able to do it that successfully, and then for us to be mad about it, as a bunch of us little guys to be angry about it. I just can't wrap my head around it.
I don't know. I guess I haven't found too many people that are mad.
It's fucking jealousy. That's the problem. What's going on, Blake?
Hey, hold on a second here. There we are.
I think Bleak might be the other side, so let's let him speak.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't hate Comic Tom. I think Comic Tom's about money, and that's fine. Be about money, man. That's he also likes comics. He's actually really smart
about money.
So
just for the record,
what I do not like about Comic Tom is the fact that he puts his own comic in his mystery boxes that he sells. That's annoying. But I don't buy his mystery boxes, so I'm not that mad about it.
Well, Bleak, think of it like this. Right now, everybody loves you because you got like 200-300 subscribers. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves you. I guarantee you, I promise you, and you contact me, you give me a call, you message me when you hit 1,000, 2,000 subscribers. I promise you, you're gonna have haters that are gonna come out of nowhere.
$1,000,000%, CJ. $1,000,000%. I actually am sort of gearing up for it because I imagine that a lot of people will just stop watching or whatever the case may be if that ever happens.
And they're gonna hate you not because you're not the same Bleak. You're the same Bleak that they were following, when you were at 200-300. but they're gonna hate you because you got something they don't have. Subscribers.
That's true,
People
but
like you.
they also start the
What were you
streams also.
You're not the little guy. You're not the
People that
little
have a
guy
lot of
anymore.
subscribers have to start doing stuff like I was watching a show last night. They've got commercials because they are sponsored by people, and the people that watch me right now, they're more like, you know, the underground, the cool club kind of thing, and that's where they come from. But they don't like that really polished sort of having to put up commercials, having to plug this and having to plug that. They just want that, and you can't swear as much anymore. Like,
it
I don't know,
changes things. It
there's a
does
whole bunch
change
of things that
things.
you have to change when you become that big.
Well, I'll tell
Yes,
you
it's
something.
true.
For one, I can't wait for the day Viagra sponsors my freaking videos. I can't wait till I get Trojan on board as another sponsor. I can't wait to get these sponsors, and I will not be apologetic about it. You know what? I will be so happy when I get my sponsors, and I will be like, "Hey, look at me! I got freaking Viagra. I
Well, I
got
hope
Blue
you still
Chew as
invite
my."
me on your stream when you have all these
Do I
sponsors.
get 10% off? DJ? Do I get 10% off?
You know what? They'll give me that promo code, and I can say, "Go buy your Blue Chew and an inconspicuous package," and then you could be a raging hard on all the way through. You know, like I don't know. They're gonna give me the lines. Do we have to make up our own lines whether we got sponsors or they give us the scripts? I don't know.
But I don't know if everybody has the same goals on YouTube that other people have. Like, obviously, I want my channel to be bigger, and I'd love to be monetized, and I'd love it to be a platform for my business, and I want to do all of. That's why initially I started on all YouTube and IG and stuff like that.
I will tell you that from personal experience, the amount of when I was at 200-300. I was getting like the underground, like what you're talking about. The people like, hey, look at this fucking weirdo. He like, look at what is he up to? What is he doing? If you take a look,
I'm still here.
If you well, you are, but a lot of people have dropped off. As soon as I hit like certain numbers, people dropped off for some reason. And I got like hate. I got trolls coming into it. I like it though. I'm like,
I got my first troll recently. I actually,
oh, sorry,
I got him a month ago. No, I was gonna say I got my first troll a month ago, and I didn't even see it, and I was so excited. But go ahead, Blake.
I stopped watching programs because of the followers. I generally stop watching programs because they've changed their platform. Like I love long ass streams. I used to watch Spytex every Saturday night, and I loved waking up to them in the morning. I still watch them Saturday nights, but you know, like your stream, I like your stream that goes till 5-6 in the morning. I don't know. There's certain things that I like about those streams.
But the thing is, this is what I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. You got to evolve. The more people that you have watching your channel, I feel an obligation that I need to do a little bit more for because like, people are like taking their time and they're really spending all their time with me. I need to offer them something interesting.
Sure.
You know, whether it's my weird rants or whether it's stuff I'm showing off or whether it's like bullshit that we're having on the panel between each other or whatever the case is, I feel that, you know, I should do something a little bit more for all the people that are taking the time and showed my appreciation for the fact that they're wasting their time with me on a weird stream. So I try to do my best to like, listen, you're never going to see me a super refined channel like a Comic Tom or a General.
Yeah.
It's just not me. And that would take away the roots of my channel. My channel is like, you know, a punch to the face. That's basically what my channel is.
I don't disagree with you though, CJ.
No?
That's like, it took me I wanted to start a YouTube channel a few years back. I watched YouTube for a long time until I realized what other people weren't doing, and that's when I was able to find something of my own, you know, like to slab or not to slab, but nobody was doing that, and nobody does a comic book show from a comic shop. So
I love that idea. I think that's I really believe that's the real comic book man. But the point I was trying to make is I'll add some graphics. I'll add a clip here and there just to make it a little bit more fun, a little more interesting, a little bit more like, you know, I used to take out a piece of paper, wiggle it as my special effects. You know, yeah. You know, I get tired of that. You know, it has to it has to keep interesting. You know, what Marcus was doing with his channel. Actually, I wish you actually start doing that. I know it takes a lot of time and shit like that.
I'm gonna start doing it again. I just said at the beginning.
When you started doing your look at me's, your musical look at me's.
Yes, I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna do an FOC video, a musical look at me.
I think I made a video specifically on the what you were doing with those look at me's.
You did,
Surely,
yeah.
and I'll tell you the reason why. You don't sit and talk. You don't do anything out of the ordinary as far as like, oh, I'm specking on this shit or whatever. No. All you did was make a nice, clean slideshow that you give a lot of interesting information that people didn't even know about or are like, you know, it's all collected in one place. And it's a pleasant experience watching like that few minute video that you put together showing off your shit.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
And you know, a lot of people they just show their shit off, and they're like, look what I got. Can you tell us a little about it? I don't know. I bought it. I like it. Fuck you. I'm gonna sit there and watch you with your I like it. You should tell us about it, damn it. What makes your choices anything more special? So I give you a lot of credit as far as putting together something that is such a simple concept and make it as delightful as possible to be able to watch. You know, I could sit and watch that while I'm doing some other stuff and be entertained. You know what I'm saying?
Circumstances has the voice, buddy. He's got that smooth voice, baby.
Oh, I don't have my comic book dad has a better one. Lorenzo's voice is perfect, man.
Yeah,
but thank you.
There was not a lot of voiceover stuff, if I remember, on that one.
No, right? I didn't use any voiceovers. It was all music. Yeah. For that one, the whole purpose for me was like I wanted to show people what the artists and the writers look like, and I wanted to just focus on them and highlight them and say these are who these people are. And it was also, and that's part of the reason why I want to start doing it again. It was also valuable to me in terms of just getting myself familiar with, oh yeah, I know that person wrote this book, and I know they wrote this book because I Googled their face and looked up their information so that I could put them into this video. It helps me commit these things to memory. So yeah, I'm going to do it for FOC. And this was something that I asked at the beginning, which is I've been debating whether or not I should do a top 10 overall comic books that I'm going to get for the FOC, or should I do a top 10 cover art for the FOC?
You don't even have to do a top 10. Honestly, you don't even have to do a top 10. I know top 10 catches people's attention in the titles.
Yeah, baby, I'm trying to make things happen here.
But whatever it is that you do, whatever top 10 you choose, just do it. Do you when you're doing them? Don't just don't.
That's all I ever do, baby.
Don't feed into the bullshit that everybody else is doing. I'm guilty of when I first started making videos for myself. That I was like, all right, so this is what people do. They go to the new comic book day and they come and show off their bullshit, and they're like, oh, look, yay, we all got the same shit. That's what I used to do too. And at one point, I personally got bored with myself. So when I got bored with myself, I'm saying to myself, if I'm boring the fuck out of myself, I wonder what the hell everybody else is thinking that I was watching my boring shit. And it's something. Watch a video of yourself and be honest with yourself when you're watching it. Is this boring as hell? Or am I too
much? You get used to it too.
Yeah, I hate watch all my stuff.
I don't watch any of my stuff, man. I can't.
I watch it and I hate it. I watch it and I hate myself.
Listen,
I can't do it either,
myself.
You suck. Why do you suck? Why can't you make things that don't suck? Yeah, that's what I like to do.
I will analyze and I will criticize the shit out of anybody's channel, but I probably will criticize the shit out of my channel more than anybody else's.
So real quick, a few people jumped in the chat. K-pop, what's up, K-pop? My guy Beckerman, who we have had many conversations about Comic Tom, and he would be more in the Bleecker street than he would be on the Circum Street for sure. But I'm more of there are multiple people in this community doing their own thing, and people doing some things are not for me, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be for me. I don't need to spend my time trying to tear down the thing that they're doing that I don't like. It's okay. It's not. And then also aggressively relaxing, sneaking in here. Look for him on the next episode of Comic Book Storytime. Really excited to put together what he's bringing. It's going to be interesting, guys. So look for that. Episode 6, we're going to be talking about Reed Richards, the fashion icon.
Let's go back to that for a second with the Comic Tom, the hate that he's getting. All right. Do you hate like I really, really wish that people that were honest would actually sit there and really, really tell us why. What is it that really, really freaking disturbs you about the guy?
They will tell you. They will tell you. Number one, the one thing I hear is that he makes money in comic books.
So don't go to your LCS. Don't buy comic books.
People don't like that he's making money. Number two,
let's start with that, because in order to buy a comic book, you have to buy it from somebody that's making money off of it, and usually that's a comic shop, right? So let's close all comic shops down. What's next? Well, why else do we not like him?
Number two is there is a showman sort of camera action persona that he has on camera.
Perfect.
And people perceive that to be fake rather than authentic. I'm not one of those people, but that's one of the things that people
perfect. So let's stop watching anything that's somewhat entertaining, and anybody that takes an effort to try to be entertaining, let's not watch them anymore. Only watch dull shit. How's that?
If people only knew how many takes it took to do 5 minutes on this comic book is cool. And all the stuff you forget, and you're like, oh god, I gotta start it again, or I swore I gotta start it again, or I said something stupid, I gotta start it again.
Aggressive relaxing, he got a little dose of that.
Not everybody is built the same way. Okay, I'm a one-take guy.
What up, Geek Out with Roscoe? I'm trying to sneak in these what ups in between here. All right,
whether it's a shitty one take or a great one take, I'm a one-take guy. You take it for whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna shoot something, and unless the audio's fucked up, or unless there's like some kind of video screw up where it's not coming out correctly, I'm not doing it again. That's it. You got it once, and that's it. But you know what? The way I do it is shitty. You want polished shit. You want polished stuff to be able to watch, because you could only watch a certain amount of shitty stuff.
I mean, I know he probably spent a lot of time researching those. I mean,
got a fucking team working for him. When I had him on the interview, I asked him a lot of these questions specifically about his process and how it works. And when I had Fire Guy Ryan on too, I asked even more questions on that situation. He's got somebody researching shit all day and night. He got another person actually doing the photography, doing the videography. He's hiring people to do shit for him. It's not like a easy process. And again, he's not for everybody. Listen, if you're not into somebody flailing his arms around and freaking like going, oh, comic fan, blah, blah, blah. If you're not into that, I get it. That's not your comic cup of tea. And you know what? I could only take it in like small doses. I can't take that in like a lot of it, like over the top enthusiasm. Like you know what I'm saying? But you know what? It's infectious, because when I first started watching like a lot of content, he was one of the guys that pulled me in like a gateway fucking drug and said, hey, what the hell is this all about? Who's this freaking little guy jumping around all over the place like a nut and talking about how he loves comics? And you know what?
Yeah, I watched a lot of his stuff when I first started too. He had good inside information on owning comic book store and blah blah blah, all stuff like that.
So through him, I discovered everybody else. Not necessarily only through him, through channels like his. I discovered everybody, because
he's the liaison. It gets you in, though.
He's a gateway. You watch it, and then all of a sudden YouTube says, oh, you like comic books, huh? Let's recommend this guy to you. Mm-hmm. And then it starts getting deeper into the culture. And then you start seeing the underground channels, like the channels, the taboo channels that nobody wants, that YouTube doesn't normally want to show you, because by osmosis you start discovering them. It just happens, you know. Yeah. So you need channels like that. You need channels like, listen, Reggie's channel is that I'd rather watch Comic Tom's channel than Reggie's channel. At least I'm more interested. There's an entourage there. He's got like Fire Guy Ryan. He keeps it interesting for me. What's that? You know?
Hey, what up, Kyle?
But there's nothing wrong with what Reggie does too. Who is that? Who's that? Kyle?
Kyle, Comic Tom. Kyle, Comic Tom. Yay or nay?
I forgot to set up to go live. Hello.
Okay.
How did I do?
I don't know what you said, Kyle, but I agree with you. Okay.
We're good, Kyle. How you doing, buddy?
He said no. He didn't. He forgot to set up to go live, but it looks like he's working on it now. But yeah, the thing I'm thinking of is there's a lot of gatekeeping in this culture, this comic book culture, and I think that
Actually, a channel like that is a gate opening channel.
Is it okay if? I'm sorry. Did the middle of my sentence interrupt the beginning of yours? That's fine.
I apologize. Hey, listen, this is your channel. All right, let me sit back and listen to you talk. All right, go ahead, talk.
I'm saying that there's a lot of gatekeeping that seems to be a part of this culture where we have to announce from the hilltops the things that we hate, and part of announcing the things that we hate is kind of how we announce our tribe. It feels like. And I just feel like it's okay to not like things and not like things that are a part of this culture and let them grow and let them build and not try and tear them down because, what is it? All this rising tide will rise all of these boats. We don't have to tear them down because Comic Tom, as you said, getting bigger brings more people in. Those people peel off and find other people and the whole thing gets bigger. So I don't like to see the gatekeeping. It triggers the fuck out of me, as you saw with Decor. Like the shit pisses me off because I feel like it hurts comic books as a whole, and I'm not a fan.
Who's the gatekeeper? Who's the gatekeeper?
All right, you want to talk about triggers? You want to talk about freaking triggers? I'll tell you about something that triggers the shit out of me. Everybody gets on the case of like some of these sellers, some of these comic stuff. Are they doing anything illegal?
No.
Okay, so let me ask you something. So when some fucking douche goes and steals other people's artwork and freaking puts on T-shirts and freaking hats and sells it unapologetically, unfucking-apologetically, and says, "I don't give a fuck."
I was
that
wondering
fucking okay?
You're talking about the Gary B one, right? Yeah, he was on Gary B.
You said names. I didn't. I said that I was not going to mention any names. But
Speaking of T-shirts,
he's not the only one.
Has these great T-shirts for sale.
Get your money, Bleeker, whatever.
But you know what? That's your fucking design, though.
Yeah, it is my design. Yeah,
I didn't take a fucking picture of you and put it on a T-shirt that I'm selling and profiting off of without your approval.
No.
There is someone actually who did that with me. They're selling a picture of me without any input or anything from me.
I'm not sleeping.
Listen, if you do it as a gag, as a joke, or a one-shot thing that you're going to wear yourself, all right, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I get it, But if you're making a business out of it and fucking have a website out of it and you're selling them and it takes a lot of fucking nerve to throw fucking stones at somebody that's doing a legal business that you don't necessarily like or not like and then do a legal fucking business. Are you kidding me? And then you get all the douchebags that are against the people that are selling legally and behind the guy that's doing the illegal shit and saying, he's the little guy fighting against the freaking machine. You fucking douchebag hypocrites. That's all I'm gonna say.
AR makes a good point though. If you are a dirty salesman,
the only seller that I hate is the guy that walks into the comic book shop and takes all of the books of, let's say, whatever hot book is that week, and they're like, "I need 20 copies of this," and that's all they buy every week is the hot book, and then they go flip it, and I can't get it at my local comic shop.
What if they but if they pre-ordered it before FOC?
No problem.
They don't do that to you?
What's that?
They don't do that to you at your comic book store?
They don't do what?
What you just described. Somebody come into your store.
Oh yeah, there's people that do. There's people I know fucking that do it, for Christ's sake.
Do you have any rules against it? Because my shop will limit people to one. For the big books, you'll get limited one per.
My shop started basically charging. After a while, they just started charging what eBay charges for them now.
Oh, jeez.
See, that's bullshit too. Here's the thing: on New Comic Book Day, the day that it gets released,
Yeah.
I think a comic shop sells it for cover price. Okay, because that's the day it gets released. Now, 2 days later, if they end up having some extra copies and decide to put them up the price, so be it. Let them do whatever the fuck they want in their shop. It's your prerogative as a buyer whether you will buy it or not buy it at that point. You have an option to get a pull box, you have an option to get a list, and you have an option to come on the first couple of days of New York Comic Book Day. So I'm okay with that.
I think if it's in your pull box, you should
It
get
should
it
stay in your fucking pull box.
You should
and
get
let
it for
that asshole
cover price.
LCS pull it out and say, "Oh, I never got an extra copy for you, you fuck face."
John, I'm not sure. What were you talking about? Where can you buy what? I think I missed this one. I missed the reference.
Where can I buy what?
Yeah, he's probably mentioned that we were talking and we saw it too late. Now we can't even remember what we were saying.
Listen, talking about who I'm not heated right now. I'm having a normal conversation. You want to see me get lit up?
Yeah.
Get me lit up. You'll see.
You want to see him get lit up? Don't offer him a bag when he gets to buy something.
Motherfuckers.
I wonder if people might buy that shirt, AR. I don't know. That sounds kind of funny.
That's still something that irks the hell out of me. You can't even offer me a bag to carry the
We're
shit.
not talking about bags. No. Let's go back. Who wants to hate on Comic Tom? Let's go back to that. I don't want to talk about bags.
I'm not
hating on what I do hate about
the T-shirt, my
people
T-shirt.
trying to tell me what to fucking collect and what I should like and blah 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 and buy this and buy that. I'll buy what I like. I like comic books. I got my own personal taste. Stop telling me what to fucking buy.
Who tells you what to buy, though? I think, in my experience, people are just talking about what they're buying. Who's saying, "Hey, you buy this"?
You gotta buy this, man.
What are you talking about? People say there's channels that's all they fucking do.
What about a channel that says, "Hey, if you're a real collector, you got to have these 5 key books."
Yeah. I don't like that shit.
A lot of people do, though, because those channels are bigger than our channels. So.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Sometimes I'll pull out a fucking weirdo book that I got and find something really interesting to it, and I'll say, "Listen, if you find this thing freaking dirt cheap, pick it up because it's freaking weird. It's cool, and you never know what's gonna happen with that." I'll say that once in a while, but I'm not fucking selling it. You know.
If you like this shirt, 8.0, 8 great. There's other ones like 6.0. It's fine, but if you're feeling this shirt. Link is in the chat, taylorwinder.com. Check my guy out, man. He's got some dope
way
shit.
too much. I need that 10 Gem Mint 10. That's what a shirt should say on my chest. It should say 10. Perfect 10.
Oh my god.
I'm not settling anything less than a perfect 10, my friend.
I'm sure the ladies, you get that all the time from the ladies too.
Oh yeah, man. You know the ladies love confidence. Ladies love confidence.
And he's got this villain.
Ladies love delusionals.
You go there and say, "Yeah, it's fine. I'm a 6.0." Guess what kind of lady you're gonna get? You're gonna get a sub-fine 4.0. That's what you're gonna get because it's fine. You know, I want a 10. I want a perfect 10.
I want this villain shirt. Oh, look at that America. I want this villain shirt. I just decided I need this.
Yeah, I kind of need to wear a shit like that.
Don't be mad because I'm doing me better than you doing you.
Villain's good.
No, he's got, because he doesn't have like gear. I'm cool, Taylor Winder. He has, I'm a nerd, and I want to loudly announce that I'm a nerd with my shirt.
I like that.
That's the type of stuff that I like. Yeah. So if you like this 8.0 shirt or 0.5, I haven't seen this one actually. 0.5, I'm cheap. I kind of need that one too, actually. But Taylor's doing it right. This is how you do t-shirts, man. You do proud nerd shit, man.
Hey, did you notice something on all his shirts? He didn't. There you go. There's the perfect 10 for me.
Man, I loathe. I'm a fake. Yeah, that is perfect for you, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. But I like the fact that, have you noticed something? He's not stealing anybody's images.
No, he's not.
They're his own.
Now, how do you feel about AI art then? I'm not stealing any images. Am I stealing if I use AI art?
Well, here's the thing: is the AI
AI is
creating?
stealing images.
Hold on, wait.
What'd you say, Naman?
AIs are stealing the images.
No,
Okay.
no. Let's break it down the way it needs to be broken down. If AI is drawing fresh images, original art, that's a different story.
Bro. It's copying, though. It is.
But if it's copying making a duplicate, like if it's taking a Mona Lisa and it's duplicating it to make it exactly the same way, yeah, there's obviously something wrong with that.
No, it's
But
not
if
doing that.
but if it's taking concepts and turning them into something else,
It's biting styles. It's biting people's whole style. Like I was playing with it, and I was biting.
Here's a new
Scotty
slash.
Young.
Here's a new flash. Anybody that's doing any kind of artwork is biting somebody's style.
Yeah, but when it took skill, I guess it was less painful. But now that it's just a stroke of a keyboard, I mean, it's the future, and there's no stopping it. But
Nothing's going to change.
It is
Nothing's going to
trashy,
change
though.
the
Even though I've
desire.
done it.
Nothing's going to change the desire for original concept art. There's not. I mean, people are going to still want the original tangible thing. Now, here's the thing: if you're having deadlines and you can have a machine hit you up for really cheap panel art really fast to get your idea through, guess what? A lot of publishers are going to start using it.
Oh yeah, it's definitely they're already using it. And that's another. It's a problem in our schools too. Beckerman actually knows Bill Morrison, a guy who worked on The Simpsons, and I got to eat dinner with him at Planet Comic Con, and he was talking. We got to talking about AI
Look at
art.
you fucking flexing, man.
I got that's what happens. That happens when you hang out with Beckerman. You get to name drop a little bit. But we started talking about AI art, and he actually teaches art as well. And he was talking about how much of a problem it is in the schools because he had this one entry from one of his students that he was just sure that was AI art, but he had no way to prove it. And I was like, I think you can prove it if you actually. I think there are apps that you can, but. It was really interesting. Like this, the whole thing. It is not just in art too. Education as a whole. It's an ability to cheat like a motherfucker, and we haven't quite figured out what we're gonna do about it. It's only beginning to scratch the surface, man. It's scary.
Well, it starts with how well it's commercially accepted. That's really one thing. Like, listen, I have a personal stake in it a little bit. Like, I take a little bit of offense when people are saying AI art and digital art is on par with original with hand drawn art, because there's something different to it. You know what I'm saying? I on my end, I'm trying to do my own thing by hand, and I believe there's a different charm to it. So if people accept it and they're okay with it, who am I to tell them not to want it? You know what I'm saying? I just think like you're not going to go pay $2 billion or $2 million for a freaking painting that's done digitally, and it's the master is in a hard drive somewhere. You want the original, don't you? That was done with the oil paints or acrylics or whatever the case is. It just it's a different it's a different thing. As far as marketing, ad art, that kind of stuff, I see AI art taking away, and it's going to take away a lot of jobs from people.
Oh my God, yes.
And
what up, Damien? Sleepy Reader in the house. What up, Damien? Good to see you.
It's going to happen, but just like any sector and any type of industry, there's always going to be people that lose their jobs to make way for new jobs. No, just because AI is doing it doesn't mean that there's people behind it in quality control and need to actually input the data for the AI to actually do it. So there's another job that's created by doing that. I think the best test, and I really believe that the really best test would be you make a fake artist. You make up a name like, I don't know, you call him Marcus Nauman. That's the name of the new artist. Marcus Nauman is right now the latest guy on the art scene. You have him generate a bunch of new artwork, and don't let anybody know that's AI work, and see what the public has to say about it. And if it is comparable and it's something that's something that's fitting, and people accept it, then who are we
I
to
think
tell them it doesn't?
I
It
think
shouldn't be
people
there.
can tell.
I
And
think so too.
what's
But
the end game? Damien asked what the end game is with AI, and I say the end game is not all robots from AWA Upshot. By was it Mark Russell? And we're all going to have our own robot, and we're going to be that robot's pet, and it's going to pretty much hate us. But that's our future, guys. So look forward to that.
I'll be dead before then, buddy. We're gonna be fine.
Sorry, kids.
I'll be there before you guys.
listen, I don't know if we're gonna have pet robot, but little by little, we are becoming robots. Our brains are being wired like robots. There's artificial parts being put into all of us.
And and the thing that happens in the Matrix, where you can hardwire, like you can put a hard drive into a human brain. That my understanding is that's very possible. In fact, they've done it with mice. They've given the brave patterns of a mouse who knew the maze, and they gave it to one who didn't know the maze, and it was able to get it from the transfer of information on the brainwave. So
I lost my marker.
Well,
it's going to get crazy.
I can't wait for them to try to wire my brain to the mainframe, because you know what? There's going to be a virus they can never freaking clean out from that mainframe.
I think they're gonna weed you out pretty early. I think so. Hopefully, I can get in good with our new overlords. I got high hopes. CJ, you're done for though. You red pill motherfuckers are done now.
You guys are crazy.
So, Phil, I do voiceovers at work, but now I just upload a script in Amazon service and download the lifelike machine-generated narrative files. So you're not even work. Well, I mean, work smarter, not harder, right? Why not?
Hey, how come you never try to do some voice over work, Marcus?
No one. I don't know. No one ever offered me the job. And if there was a job, Lorenzo would probably take it from me.
Why do you need to be offered and not just do it? Go make a freaking account with Fiverr, and you'll be able to freaking do voiceover work for people. Easy.
All right.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
I keep hearing about this Fiverr. Actually, I'm gonna check it out. Instead of his kids, Mark's gonna turn around to robot. This kid's, oh god, that's a nightmare. It'll all be over.
Taking away jobs from people. Fiverr. That's something that's taking away jobs from people. A lot of that stuff is generated computerized.
If robots gonna take over, let everybody benefit, not just few on top.
Yeah, but that's not how it's going to work. A few on top. And Damien, I think the problem I have with what you're saying is it's not going to happen. It's a pipe dream. Like there are some people who like have this attitude as though the AI can be stopped. I don't think it can be stopped. I think this is inevitable. No matter what we do, it's going to happen. And I'm just waiting to see how it goes, man. I don't think that we can stop it.
I think it can be a tool.
Well, that's
I don't think
what it is right
I don't
now.
think we understand the ways in which it's. I mean, much like the internet in the beginning, we didn't understand the ways in which the internet was going to change our life. We don't understand the ways in which AI is going to change our life.
That's probably a safe statement.
Well, here's the thing. It could do as much as we give it permission to do at this moment.
We're going to give it permission to do everything. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to become self-aware and kill us all.
No.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking either. I believe that. I really do.
How do you know that some of us don't need some culling? Be clear out the masses.
Exactly. We've been predicting it in our art. Like, what did Ultron do? And he got on the internet in like 5 seconds. Like, yeah, humans got to go. Fuck this. Any intelligent human being would probably come, or any intelligent artificial intelligence that was able to think about the entire mass of the universe would probably quickly identify us as something that needed to go immediately.
Well, we are a pretty catastrophic species.
Parasitical at best.
Yes. We are very parasitic. We are parasites.
I agree with you. Aggressive, relaxing. We are far from creating a conscious AI.
Well, yes and no. We are parasitic. However, we do know how to keep sustaining as well.
So, I mean, I think you're right. AR is, but it's just a baby, right? This thing is just beginning, like the beginning of the internet in what, the 80s or whatever. It's only just getting started. We don't even understand the ways in which this thing is going to spread on us.
Oh, it's been around longer than we the commercial public knows it's been around, but
Never mind, man. I'm afraid of those fucking robot dogs they got fucking around. Did you see those commercials where you can't can't push it over? Fucking things can carry guns. That's scary, man.
I want one.
That's the future, though, is robots with guns and drones with guns. That's absolutely our future, guys. 100%.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I think it's gonna be that mixed with that movie where they all went into the computer and did all. It was just a couple years back. They were fighting for the computer shit. Some fucking land in the computer. It was fucking ridiculous.
Right. Ready Player One.
Yeah. We're all gonna be in high stack trailers, and we're all gonna be, there's gonna be drones flying everywhere.
Watch out for anybody who's by 1,000 AI robot dogs.
Well, let's think of it like this, from this perspective. By using robotics and AI technology, we will be able to do a lot more and accomplish a lot more as a species, as earthlings, or whatever you want to call it, in a lot of different ways. So you could send something with a robotic type of thing with AI out in further out in space than you could ever send out a human being in, and we could discover a lot more. The same thing could apply for sending them in the deep depths of the ocean. That, by the way, we're out discovering space, and we haven't really even discovered a fraction of what's offered in our oceans. Stuff like that. Like there's stuff that we could actually apply it to that will help us be able to accomplish a lot more. And
that's
you can say,
what a smart person would do, but we're people, man. We're gonna use that shit for sex first. We're gonna be like, AI, let's find out how we can fuck it over and make sex out of it. Because that's
really
what
going to
people
happen.
do.
What's really going to happen is the AI is going to make the top 1% really rich, and it's going to make the rest of us unnecessary.
Pretty obsolete, really. Yeah. If you can't,
Maybe.
And they use work and they use all that stuff to control the population anyway. So if the population doesn't have to work because of robots now, there's going to be some fucked up shit happening.
That might be the case, or it might also be the case where wealth is no longer a viable option anymore, where it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
now listen,
not going to buy
our
that.
nature, in our human nature, is to be greedy.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the greed will be targeted towards other things other than actually money. But I could see, because of the ability for things to be done and wealth. Well, that's the thing. The power will be where you're going to see the changes in. People will like to control people.
I could see, like, if we have like a 10,000 robot dogs, you could probably ask whatever you want out of people, right?
Hey, if I had 10,000 robot dogs, dude, I'd be running the streets. No problem.
You would. You really would. That's scary, man. That's scary.
No? Until somebody with 10,001 robot dogs shows up.
I don't need these cheap military guys who I could hire for minimum wage. I don't need to feed them, right? If I have that kind of power, I don't need it's just control.
Listen, saving some lives and sending robots into battlefields instead of human beings, I don't think is a bad thing.
Yeah, but those robots are going to come kill us too. That's the thing.
Have a good day, guys.
All right, later, Kyle. Thanks for jumping on, buddy.
See you, Kyle.
That's the thing I think about, is a drone flying up in front of my house with like mounted machine guns on it.
Yeah, I could see AI drone armies from rich countries conquering the poor countries.
That's what I don't appreciate about a lot of the stuff that's going on. A lot of the invasion of privacy. And here's the thing.
I'm glad I'm in
Here
a
in New
rich
York,
country, guys.
here in New York, if I got a drone flying over my rooftop and I go and shoot it down, guess what's going to happen?
You're not allowed to have a gun, are you?
No, I'm going to get arrested. But I'm allowed to. But the stupid little thing is supposed to go around invading my privacy. That's okay, right?
Yeah.
Shit like that is weird. It's weird of what they allow, not allow. It's just we have a fucked up world we're living in, and we have fucked up things that are being introduced to it, and we don't understand a lot of the things that are happening, and that's the biggest problem: the lack of transparency and being able to understand. Some things shouldn't be told us to the masses. I'll be honest with you, because it causes mass hysteria. But we don't understand any of this shit, and that's why we're all making up stuff. We're taking our own ideas and all the stuff that we read in sci-fi, putting it all together and saying this is what's going to happen.
I go.
I'm more worried about a Big Brother reality happening, which is we're already getting there, you know, than robots killing us. That's
I
where
think
I'm-
I think 1984 is happening. George Orwell was
Yeah.
like when I read that book in high school, I remember thinking this book is boring and this book is dumb because I did not understand what Orwell was doing. But I read that book as I was much older, and after cell phones with tiny little cameras came into being, because when I read in high school, everybody didn't have a little recording device in their pocket everywhere they went. A little location government recording device. We didn't have recording devices in our house by our own, acceptance. Like I have a little government recording device upstairs called Alexa, and it can listen to everything that goes on to my house easily. And that was the thing that I thought when I read 1984 the first time. I was like, first of all, nobody's going to invite these cameras into their house. Number two, second of all, it's not possible for them to monitor you 24/7 like this and to monitor your thoughts this way. It's not possible. And the thing that I did not understand is that we would all voluntarily bring these recording devices into our homes and allow the apparatus, the structure for this 1984 Orwell style shit to be set up. And that's why I'm talking about drones with mounted weapons on them, is because those are going to be the things that enforces this world. I think we're fucked. I just hope I die before shit hits the fan.
How many
Well,
houses?
if you like that book, read Animal Farm. They go hand in hand.
Yes,
Driving
Animal
up
Farm
and
the
down the
same way.
street, how many houses do you see with a ring doorbell on it?
I have one on mine. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm part of the problem. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Voluntarily, we're doing this.
Yes, this is the thing I did not understand. This is why I thought the book was stupid the first time I read it, because I did not understand that we would just do it ourselves.
And it's a catch-22. One, I don't want the government, I don't want anybody monitoring what's going on in my dwellings. However, I do want to monitor if a crackhead comes to my door. So what do?
It's all, and that's what it's all been in the name of. It's all been in the
Just
name
go
to
the
keep
woods,
you
man,
safe.
and live in the woods.
It's all been in the name to keep you safe or to make your life a little easier. And we say yes to that every time, man.
Yes, we do.
But
That
even
was
if
what
you
George
do-
Orwell. It's exactly what George was telling us too, and I did not get that.
You know what? I as a teenager, I started I was very big into conspiracy theories and stuff like that when I was younger. So I started to really like understand and really dive deep into that 1984. I did papers on that in high school and a whole bunch of stuff. Like I was really into that stuff. I started fading away from it a little bit as I got older. I got more enveloped into work and stuff like that. And through my work, actually, I started to realize how invasive it is. When I started seeing how they're mining and farming people's information off of searches and stuff like that, and now with the cameras and this, it's crazy. There's nothing that is private anymore.
Well,
There's
hell,
nothing private.
even jobs, they ask you for your Facebook so they can check you out before they hire you, now.
I would never start at that job ever.
I don't think they're legally allowed to ask you for your Facebook.
I've
However,
never had a job do that, and I would not. I'd be
but
like, yeah,
I will
I'm
tell you
good.
something. They do search on their own when
Yeah,
they're
they-
looking
Yeah.
at
Yeah, they will do that.
They can't ask you, but they will check it out. They will check you out to see what kind of social media
Yeah,
you
once
have.
I got hired, they asked me for it. I'm sure they checked me out beforehand, but they asked me for it at Value Village because you weren't allowed to say shit. You weren't allowed to say shit about Value Village. I can tell you that. People got fired for shit.
Well, you know what? I don't have any problem with anybody with a company that you work for. If you publicly go and like say really negative things about the company you work for,
Mm-hmm.
you're kind of asking to get fired.
Well, that's the thing. That's fine, but they also fired people for, let's say, agreeing with Don Cherry or things of this nature. People have fucked up opinions, man. Not everybody's the same. We all have to.
I will not. The worst time I ever went through were the last two elections that we had, as far as dealing with customers and clients.
Mm-hmm.
You know that I had clients that I'm trying to sell property for that are sitting and trying to pull me into their conversations, and like, am I with them or without them? Because if I'm with them, all right, we're all on the same page. If I disagree with them in any way, I'm losing the business. That's how it's gonna work.
Yeah.
It was the most polarized. I hated these past two elections like nothing else.
You guys have had a very 50-50 split the last couple of years, and it's really it's scary. Actually, it fucks up a country.
Nothing yet, man.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty scary, man.
The next one is gonna be the greatest shit show.
Oh my god!
You can't agree to disagree anymore about anything. If you disagree with me, I'm gonna destroy you. This is the mentality that's out there.
It is it's fucked up. I don't know. There's no actually talking things through anymore. It's all I have my own side, and if you're not on it, fuck you. It's weird. That's what COVID did anyway. That's made it's tore apart tons of people that I know.
And here's another thing that's freaking crazy. People have preconceived notions about who you are and what you're about. And because of that preconceived notion, without even knowing what the truth is or whatever you really believe in, they're gonna try to like cancel you out because of that. You know, it's really, really weird. It's a really weird, bizarre dynamic,
which is super unfair because I'm constantly a work in progress as a human being, man. I'm trying to grow every day. I'm not trying to stay stagnant. And if I make a mistake, and that's what I'm judged on, well, fuck. You know, I can't I don't wish that upon anybody, you know.
I just look at it like this. It's my prerogative, it's my right to feel the way I want to feel and to think the way I want to think. And that's it. You know, like just like Marcus has his ability to do the same, you have your ability, and the worm has. We don't all agree with the worm, but but everybody has the prerogative and the right to be able to feel and to think the way they feel. Now, whether you act in a certain way because of it, that's a different story. But how you feel and how you think,
I think people
should be untouched. You leave me alone when it comes to
that. Media is just highlighting the extreme people. That's all.
That's fair, CJ. But what if people put that stuff and how they feel on, let's say, a platform like YouTube? Do you think that all of those people that should be able to feel however they want? We're talking racist. We're talking messed up people, man. We're talking
here's the thing. If you're going to be willing to put yourself out there publicly to proclaim your thoughts, to proclaim your feelings, you have to be ready and prepared for any backlash that comes. People that disagree with you. Okay. Now, if the interaction ends at surely an argument or a disagreement, so be it. That's fine. But when it goes past an argument or a disagreement, and people start to actually take actions that could hurt the other one way because of their disagreement, that's where it gets beyond the line. So in other words, if I wanted to go and start streaming and making a platform where I'm going to rant and rave about all the kind of crazy shit I'm into, that's my prerogative. But it's also on me that I'm going to get a bunch of people that are going to come and disagree with me. And how I handle the people that disagree with me comes down to me, because I should open myself up to this persecution or this disapproval.
Okay.
You understand?
Persecution. What up, Comic Ozzy?
Whatever the fuck it is, Marcus, you know what I'm talking about. You know, it's like I invite people. It's like you're inviting people to fight you. You get what I'm saying? Like people that are doing the YouTube channel, whatever, they're saying their opinion. It's not really that much different from a journalist or somebody that's a writer that goes on and it says their opinions on a paper or on a magazine or on some other platform. Not really difference. The big difference is that they're getting paid to do that, and you're not, and you're just choosing to do it on your own. But guess what? Just like the journalist that is putting a writer that's putting their information on, you know how much hate mail they get on a daily basis on agreements or disagreements of their opinions.
Marcus, how do you feel about two assholes just coming on your stream and taking over, bud?
This is the whole point. This is the whole point. This is what you're supposed to do. So I feel great about it. Let's see what Aggressive Relaxing saying here. We have to fight for confidentiality now because there will be websites where you can see funny pie graphs of your granddad. Yeah, that is a fact. And I hadn't really thought about that, but that is true, where my kids could probably look up all the thick MILF I've searched in the past 10 years. And it's a lot, folks.
See you later, Trev.
It's a lot. I mean,
yeah, it's disgusting, actually.
It's a lot, guys.
It's disgusting.
Just gonna give you a heads up.
Why do you have 80,000 pages open? You don't need to know.
Worry about yourself.
That's right.
The other thing is we're combative.
Katie understands this.
we're purely a combative species where you're either going to fall in one of two camps. You're either going to be a part of the domineering camp or you're going to be part of the submissive camp. So you're going to have
coming through, Trev.
Take it easy, Trev.
I think I'm a hybrid. I can be either one. If I don't
listen, you could float from one side to the other.
Yeah.
However, we're really comprised of those two categories. You have the groups that are domineering and imposing their will and their actions on the others, and you have the submissive portion that is accepting it, the lambs.
So, guys, check this out. Phil's Treehouse, he recommends Incogni to get your info out of databases. Worth it. So I'm definitely going to look into that.
What the hell is Incogni?
Incogni? It's probably a company that gets your
That has the incognation option. I mean, in your web browser.
But what info? Like what info?
No, not the incognito mode. It's a company called Incogni.
Yeah.
I'm assuming your web browsing behavior, like he was saying earlier, like if you use a shopper's card, here we go. If you have a shopper's card at a grocery store, the items you buy are being shared with health insurance companies.
Mm-hmm.
You use that to set your rates. Yep. If you apply for a credit, the ratings of your friends on social media will take into account your risk score. Which is good for me. All my friends are richer than I am.
Yeah, all my friends are much richer than me.
Anybody that's ever went to go shop for a house or to go rent or just window shop for homes, and they go onto a company like Zillow or one of these type of formats, guess what? They're data mining everything that you're putting in there, and they're selling it off not only to bigger Fortune 500 companies, but to every single real estate company that's out there that pay for this information as leads in order to try to capture you as a potential customer or client in the future.
I search for houses like every 2 days. No one's ever contacted me because I am too motherfucking broke.
Yeah,
have you ever sat there and have you ever put your information in there?
Oh yeah, buddy. Oh yeah.
Then I don't know why they're
once in a while I'll get like Easy Financial will contact me for
all right. So yeah. It depends how deep you get into your searches.
They're like, you want a loan? We can offer you up to $500,000, and I laugh.
And you don't forget, there might be stuff that's subtle that you don't even realize is being fed to you. You ever go onto Google, you're searching, and all of a sudden these weird ass ads or other recommended sites that pop up on the side
Yeah.
that want you to click on them, pop up out of nowhere. Do you think that's by accident that's happening? No, it's happening
No,
because
it's super convenient, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Google.
no, if you
Yeah.
if you're searching on Zillow and you're looking at certain things, all of a sudden you're going to see on the right side of the screen that you're going to see recommended brokers that pop up. I don't know, not because they're the best brokers, because they're the ones that actually pay to get they're recommended to the zone.
You look at dick pills one time, man, and your fucking shit's flooded with that shit.
I'm telling you that's the advertisement agencies I want. I want to get my Blue Chew people on board.
I mean, you could disable all those stuff on Google phone, but who does that?
But then it's worthless. Yeah, you can't do anything fun. Who wants that? All right, man. We ran the gambit tonight, man. We talked about AI. We talked about the lovely Mr. Comic Tom, who's bringing more people into this community every single day.
No
What else
FOC.
did we talk? We did not talk about FOC. No shocker. But I am going to be working on an FOC video, and I'm going to do it my old style where I show the writers and the artists and put some snazzy music to it. So look for that maybe Friday or Saturday. Hopefully I'll have it done by then. But yeah, let's do the goodbyes. Hold on. Let's see here. Naman, let's start with you. What's going on? I know you got the interview coming up Thursday.
Oh, what are we doing now? What are you doing?
We're doing the outro here. You're gonna do your look at me section.
Okay, well, I mean, I want to remind everybody that
Wait, has anybody commented on that sexy hairdo and
No, I'm gonna put that trash down.
got? Look at that hairdo.
Hey, come on,
Why
man.
keep showing that garbage?
I'm gonna have these ladies come on to channel and promote this book.
And Bleeker's
What I
gonna
meant to say was,
co-host.
Naman, good for you. Congratulations. That's what I meant to say.
Look for Bleeker to co-host that one this Thursday. It should be fun.
Yeah,
So
Blake, you could come and be a co-host for the.
So what's the story? Lois Lane is Asian now, or what is she?
She's Asian.
Korean?
Half Japanese, half
Oh,
American.
Are the
Don't
writers
trigger 'em.
Asian?
Don't trigger them now.
Are the writers Asian?
Oh my god.
Yeah, the writers are Asian, artists are Asians.
Yeah, but why is it necessary to race swap Lois Lane?
We're not doing this, guys. Go ahead.
No. I'm not worried about the race swap. I'm just I
I'm
thought I
curious,
heard
why is it necessary?
I thought I heard Naman
Why
say,
are comic books necessary at all? Why is it
to
necessary to have
represent-
Superman? Why is it necessary to have Batman? Why is it necessary for you to have that stupid ass fucking Kool-Aid man sitting on there? Why is anything necessary?
This one
We're
right
not
here-
doing this right now. Back to Naman.
Right, this one right
I'm gonna
here.
answer all those questions.
This one right here has a black man as a Superman's.
Oh my god.
father.
More diversity, more wokeness. Oh my god.
Why is that necessary?
First Lois is Asian. Now we have black people existing. What the fuck is happening? All right, what else?
Why not, man? Why not? Dude, it's not your Lois Lane. It's not your Lois Lane. Well, too bad.
It's something. It's something.
So look for that Thursday. Anything else, Naman?
That's about it, man. All right. Yeah, that's about it.
Are you gonna say something or not? You tricking me.
I'm enjoying this.
Oh.
Ooh yeah. Ooh, that looks actually
that's
fucking
great.
awesome.
My
Actually,
team's gonna shoot your ass.
claim.
Awesome, dude.
Claim. Bleeker, what's up? What do you got going on? I know we got Sunday and chill. Looking forward to that as always.
Yeah, Sunday and chill. I'll be doing trying to figure out another way to do the slab or not to slab. I keep asking people and they keep saying yes, and then they keep backing out like on Sundays and Mondays. So it's really hard to get another person to jump in at the time. So
I'm available if you need somebody to jump in late.
Love you, brother.
I'll give you better audio this time. I still feel bad about the shitty audio.
Love you, man. And obviously Sunday and chill, I'll be on the hunt. I think this coming Friday. I'm not sure if I'm fighting, but I usually make an appearance.
Wait, didn't they have one last Friday? It's this Friday now.
Is it this Friday? It could be next Friday. Oh, this Friday is probably Biggie's Collectors Club, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
It might be Collector Club Friday, so we'll probably be on Biggie's show. And that's about it, brother, you know?
So look for the hunt, not this Friday, but probably a week from Friday, but definitely always a good time. And be ready to ride for nominations May 13th. I saw that Tony mentioned the CBC Awards a couple of shows ago, which I was super excited to see. I need you guys to mention it a couple of times here come May 13th. Get your people aware of it so that they will ride for y'all. Y'all can take this thing over, and I would love to see it, man. So looking forward to that. CJ, what's up? What you got going on?
Well, I don't know. Do I have anything going on?
Any interviews?
Hey, CJ, you going to Insomniac tonight?
I don't know. If I have enough people that want me to do Insomniac, maybe I will.
Chat. Sound off in the chat. Do you want another late night with Comic Journey? Let them know if you want it.
Sadly, I'll be sleeping tonight, Journey. I got work in the morning. But
yeah, I'm shutting this down because I need to go to bed.
I have a minimum 2 people rule. If I get two more people that actually want to me to extra stream live, I'll do it.
Oh, trust me. I know 2 people off the top of my head that want
Naman's a cover. He's a stream horn. He'll be
K-pop
there.
wants you to stream.
K-pop is also a stream horn. She'll be there. That's 2 right there.
So I'm definitely going to do that. I'm in the process of actually I might actually do a stream and do a bag and board thing simultaneously while I'm streaming, because I'm trying to put together some of the shit that I have stacked up all over my place. and just like I got so much shit. When I'm telling you I got so much shit, like I don't know what to do with it. So I'm probably going to go on Whatnot because I'm a dirty freaking seller. And
I need to go on there. I need to go on there too, man.
And just sell off some of my shit, man. I gotta get rid of it.
You need a dolphin toy in front of you. You're such a flipper, bud. Come on.
Wow, brother Joe actually likes the Insomniac, so it's good to know there's one person that does. You have any more interviews coming up? I really enjoyed that interview.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably the next guy that's gonna be going on is Phil, the one true nerd king.
Oh, nice. I love that. That dude's fun. Yeah.
More than likely, he's going to be the next one. The pressable defects are coming up as well. Very Gary.
Yes.
One of the reasons why I've delayed it is because my channel's been in somewhat limbo as far as I have to like restructure the whole thing. I'm taking all my pre-recorded stuff. I'm putting onto the Comic Journey Strikes Back channel, so everybody can see all the pre-recorded stuff. And I'm going to dedicate my main channel as a streaming channel, or primarily streaming channel, and just keep everything separated. That way, I don't keep getting blocked for shit. Like if I want to put my stuff on, let it go onto the secondary channel. If they want to block it, block it. And if and I could just stream comfortably doing my Insomniacs and the interviews on the main channel. So I'm trying to make it more legitimate. Let's just call it like that.
Trying to go legitimate. Nice. I like
Journey,
it.
are you worried that if they shut down one channel, if you get a bunch of strikes on one channel, they can shut your whole, both channels down?
Well, here's the key. I have 2 separate phone lines that I'm using.
That is a key. You're good.
Yeah, I got myself a burner, so I'm using my burner on the secondary account, so they can't fuck with me.
Smart.
And I got 2.
Gotta have 2 phones, baby. Gots to.
And I got 2 other mystery sites that I don't tell anybody about. So in case shit goes to hell in a handbasket, I got reserves that I could come out on. So
all right, I like it.
Backup plan and the backup plan to the backup plan.
I'm prepared. I'm fully prepared. What about you, Marcus? What are you up to these days? What are you gonna do?
Same old thing. I got the comic book story time with Aggressive Relaxing that I've got to work on and put together. Hopefully, we'll have that for Tuesday again. He's talking about fashion icon Reed Richards, and this one's I'm gonna try and nail this one though, because Aggressive Relaxing's a funny guy, and I do this right, this thing's going to be pretty funny. So working on that. And then I got the FOC video that I'm going to try and put together for Friday or Saturday look for that. And then other than that, I'm going to be hanging out in the chat on y'all's channels, man.
Love it. Love it. You're always welcome to hop on anytime you want, Marcus.
I like to take one moment to thank you for having me on.
Thank you for jumping on. I appreciate y'all, man. You never know who's going to be here. And it's always nice, man. I appreciate y'all jumping on. Shout out to the chat, man. The chat was lit tonight, man.
Hey guys, chat.
And we ran the gambit. All right. That was another episode of FOC and Chill. Until next Tuesday, y'all. Peace.